Assume that everything's good.
It's face checking me. That's so sick.
Yeah, it is.
But not you. That's racist.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm
the
like super whitewashed. Not in
it's just actually it's probably just your weight.
Wait, what is
that?
What is the meme that's going around now? They stole it from Filter Frank.
Meme review.
Next meme, but not that.
Let's just jump into it.
You know, everyone's been doing that.
I have no idea.
Hello, put a lot of reverb tail on the.
Yeah. So a few weeks ago, I have no idea what I'm saying. I keep losing my train of thought. We're so bad at staying focused.
That's very appropriate for YouTube, though.
Yeah, it's true. What were we talking about? So basically, 4 weeks ago, I think it was 4 or 3 weeks ago, sometime last month.
Yeah, about that.
I had this idea to steal blatantly the sample challenge from Andrew Huang. Basically, where he takes like 4 producers, and each of them are given one sample that they all like agree on, and each of them flip it in a different way. So he and I have agreed on one sample. That sample, and basically he and I have f***ed it up, permutated it, and done several different things to it to make it completely different, and added other elements to it, and basically we've crafted songs out of it.
The challenge, like in its simplest form, is we each took one small piece of music and used it to write something new, without like talking to each other. So it could go in any number of creative directions. Obviously, for us, think about like 3 weeks is our time.
I think since we're both in college, I think think we said like 1 month or like the start of spring break. I think today, like the Monday,
this was the due date we ended up with. I was literally editing through last night.
What is it today? March 11th.
Yeah.
March 11th is what? It's carpet. I just finished mine yesterday, like the finishing touches. I think you also finished yours yesterday, so we'll see how it goes.
I mean, that's the gist of what we've done here over the past few weeks and what we're going to be showcasing here today. I haven't heard any of his piece at all.
I have not heard any of his piece either.
I heard none of mine, so
I'm very excited to hear.
Yeah, it's going to be so cool.
Yeah, it'll be so cool.
I think seeing where we each like took it, it's going to be awesome. So we'll play some of the like making of moments that we each kind of have filmed and put together to show you what we did before we actually like show each other. But
so you guys will get a little bit of a taste in the creative process of him and I. All right, so without further ado, do you want to get into it? So the first thing I did when I was doing this is chop up the sample itself, and ultimately I ended up with, I think, 4 different separate samples that I could end up using. One of them was this major suspended chord here, and what I did was I put that into ESX24, and this is what I ended up with. And as you can hear, it's sidechained there too. And then also, I like took one of the samples that was also minor. I should point out first of all that none of these things are actually super obvious in the mix. You can kind of hear it fill out the sound overall, I guess, during this this individual breakdown here. One of the other things that I did with the sample, I just took a little 2-measure thing of the sample and created this like huge spike and cut out all the other frequencies except for this one, I think it's 67 hertz. I ended up using that sample for the sub bass, which sounds like this, after stretching it out a ton, and also used it to create this really cool pluck here. After adding a envelope and like a ADSR value to it, I used the pluck as a kind of like layer into this already existing pluck that I kind of have going on here. That's during the chorus and during the pre-chorus, and I also used it during this little breakdown part during the bridge, and it kind of stands alone by itself. It's cool. It's a little nice thing. During this verse section, I kind of wanted to make the sample a little bit more of the focus. To emphasize it a little bit more, I just chopped up the sample a little bit, kind of like screwed around with it, and made this really, really cool kind of like breakbeat, more like DJ-ish type vibe. One of the other things that I did with the sub bass sample, basically just like that one little like spiked sine wave essentially, was just I used it to create this really, really fast arpeggiated line. And after adding a ton of effects to it, which I think is just some EQ, a compressor, I think a distortion pedal using pedal board, chroma verb, and a chorus effect, this is what it sounds like. And then during this end piece here, I take that same sample, I just bounced it really quick, and then added I think a ring shifter to it. So yeah, this piece is called Red Eye, and I hope you enjoy it. And now it's recording. There you go. Also my continuity.
What's up, YouTube?
Continuity. Hang on.
So the way we're gonna be doing this is one of us is gonna be listening through these earbuds. We'll listen to our own song through earbuds since we know what it sounds like and don't need to be impressed. The other person will listen through like actually good headphones. You're gonna send me an MP3. You were gonna send me an MP3.
I mean, it doesn't.
Absolute
It doesn't
disrespect.
matter. No, I want to hear yours first.
Okay.
No, I want you to hear mine first.
Okay.
Shit.
I'm completely ambivalent.
Cool. All right, we can start. Oh no! Wait, I need
hold
this
on.
up.
Let me mute this. Oh my god. We're gonna have to hit it at the exact same time.
Like same time.
Ish. Cool. It's downloaded. Show in folder.
It's hell on earth and the city's on fire. All right, cool.
Turn mine way up. 3, 2, 1, hit. I actually opened the same way.
Yeah, you just start with the sample, just so people know what we're talking about, you know. And then ready for it.
That's so atmospheric.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of a jazz feel in some of that. That chord in particular. The drums give me like a lo-fi kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Which I really like.
Yeah, yeah. You can also hear the sample. It's like kind of
Yeah.
messed up a little bit, chopped.
Oh, I like that chord.
Nice.
Sorry, I was just talking about the phone
Yeah,
momentarily.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
I really like that syncopation.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Marshmallow.
Yeah.
Ah! That piece of the brrrr going
Yeah.
back and forth is like, I'm entranced by that. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, what a good ending. Dude, it's got like a video game vibe. That
Yeah, yeah.
brrrr,
Yeah.
Is it just panning back and forth
So
between 2 ears?
it's
Sounds like a flanger.
it's a ring shifter.
It sounded so bizarre. And it was very reminiscent of like video game vibes, obviously.
I kind of wanted to. So my intention was to sound more like my old like
I did
stuff
get a
that
lot
I
of
used
older
to that I
Nucleus
used to
vibes.
write.
That the main chord synth you used too was it really was like a callback to older sound, like.
Yeah,
I love
did
that. I also love
last
that we
month.
both opened with the original sample.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Your turn.
I took mine in a very different direction. We gotta switch who's listening and what device.
Sorry.
So, in approaching this project, the first thing that I wanted to do was to try and give the original sample some kind of implied harmonic structure, some kind of chord progression. I started by taking strings and kind of searching out a chord progression. I ended up building one that was based pretty heavily in very kind of classical ideas. Super, it's 2-5-1. It's about as like counterpoint Bachian as you can get. And from there I fleshed out the progression with an arp part, this kind of side-chained chordal bass, sub-bass, just to kind of give the progression more depth. From there, while I did take the original sample and kind of chop it up and use it to explore new progressions for different parts of the song, including some, frankly, pretty egregious time stretching, my use of the sample pretty quickly fell by the wayside when I started to write lyrics. So pretty quickly the song became about these themes and messages that I wanted to talk about, in particular for this piece, this idea of being on the brink of collapse. And there's some discussion of mental health issues in the lyrics, but pretty quickly the song became about this idea of message and the stuff I started to try and do musically. I wanted to reflect these themes. So there's a lot of time changes going on. The song stylistically draws from rock, metal, pop, EDM, and classical music, all these kind of different genres that I wanted to bring together to kind of create this conflicting kind of sound. So for me, the project became more about fulfilling and doing these ideas justice than it did focusing on the original sample, which it's not the original point of the project, obviously, but I still had a very good time doing it, and I hope you enjoy. So anyway, here's Wonderwall. Here's Stable. Is it not playing anything?
Okay, it says stable mastered, but it's playing my song. Oh wait, no.
No. It will start with the thing.
Right, okay, cool.
Started like idiots.
Okay. Alright, cool.
We're like, these get on a very different. Literally, you just confused mine from yours.
Alright, cool. Take two.
Alright, ready?
Cool.
1, 2, 3.
I'm listening to you breathe. I don't wanna be, but there's nowhere to hide from the memories keeping me up tonight. I'm not okay. Are you awake?
Nice.
And I'm trying to be alright, but it's killing me. One step at a time. Eventually I'm gonna lose this fight, 'cause every day it's just the same. I'm holding.
I love the synth swells in the beginning.
Yes, thank you.
The voices in my head are always stronger.
Nice.
Stable for now, but it'll happen fast. I don't think I can take it for much longer.
Love it. Metric modulation, I like it.
Yeah.
Worse than I let it seem. Stop listening, 'cause the words that I say are honestly just getting.
I tried to
That's
narrow
so
the
interesting.
the drums so they have some of the same rhythms.
And I'm never really escape. It's calling me. Just pick up the
I love this drum break.
Everything
Dun, dun, dun.
else
Like it's-
melts away. Just burn the past.
Thank you.
There's a lot to take in.
Holding me down, but that'll never last. The voices in my head are always strong.
I love how you're doubling your voice with the synth too.
Yeah. Several synths, yeah.
I don't think I can take it for much longer.
get lifted tomorrow, or not tomorrow.
No, this is still just the chorus.
Believe in love. I thought you lifted some of the lyrics.
Not intentionally.
Briefly, no. Screaming. Wow.
And that's the piece in its entirety.
Oh my gosh. Your sound has been getting so like close and closer to like more like Starset / like
Yeah, that's true.
It's
definitely adopting more elements from rock. And this one in
Breaking
particular I
Benjamin.
tried to steal. Yeah, a lot of it, especially like towards the end. I literally added that maybe like 2 days ago. How it goes outside of its key with the like freaking what is it? I think it's what is fa sharp fee?
Fee.
Yeah. I kept thinking of it as B flat, but it's really an A sharp because it resolves up.
That's really cool.
The lyrics will be on SoundCloud. If you go listen to it on SoundCloud, they'll all be there.
Of course. I have no lyrics, so you don't have to listen to my piece at all. Anyway,
that's our video.
Yeah, that's the end of that. Okay, yeah.
Guys, we're doing a 30-second subscribe challenge. See who can subscribe to this. I hate those so much.
Yeah, but thank you so much for watching, and
that's the end.
that's the end.
That's all we have.
That's all.
Bye.
That's all, folks.